Hello everybody, this is Quinn Michael from TheShaggyTurtleStudios, and welcome to AM2R, Return of Samus. Another Metroid 2 remake, which is a funny title when you consider this is the only Metroid 2 remake to be released. And then subsequently DMCA'd by Nintendo, but that did not stop this game from getting any popularity. We'll just start up a new game right here. And while this cutscene explains the story to you, I would like to say that Metroid 2 is actually one of my favorite Game Boy games. I had it all the way back when I was I think I was like 12, and I had it on my old Game Boy Color, and it was honestly one of my favorite things to play alongside Super Mario Land. The extermination of the Metroid species. I actually want to cover Metroid 2 in detail on a Shaggy Turtle Show episode, so I guess I won't talk too much about it. But I will say that the idea of somebody remaking this game in a Zero Mission-esque style is an amazing idea. I don't care if Nintendo claims the video and stops me from monetizing it. That does not bother me. I just want to be able to play a good old Metroid game. I also have Super Metroid on the Wii U, so that might get played at some point. Alright, let's start. Hopefully my controls should be all set up the way I wanted. Alright. Everything is exactly the way I wanted. Now, I've already played through the opening part of the game just to get a feel for it and decide if I wanted to do an episode on it. And I so desperately want to do an episode on it. Now, I have no clue how this is going to look in the recording because I am not the most savvy recording guy, but this looks amazing on the HD television I am playing it on. I have my computer hooked up to it and it looks great. This game looks gorgeous. The music is kind of Metroid Prime-esque, which is cool. Metroid Prime it's so different from the other Metroid games, and yet you can still buy it as a Metroid game. I accidentally turned on my missiles. But then you have a ton of those. I remember there used to be, like, a secret... Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, I remember that back when I played the game. I unfortunately do not have my Metroid 2 cartridge. I don't remember if we lost it in the house fire years ago. I know I've mentioned that a lot, so... I don't know if I lost it there or if something else happened to the cartridge, but it is a cartridge I would love to replace sometime. Or heck, maybe I'll buy it off the eShop. It wouldn't hurt me that badly. I would also like to purchase Pokemon Silver off the eShop. Either that or replace my Pokemon Silver cartridge. I would happily do a playthrough of Pokemon Silver, even if it would get claimed by Nintendo. Because that's just one of my favorite video games of all time. Okay, let's keep going. Now you'll notice I'm not using the face cam, and that's purely because I didn't want to set it up. Show my ugly mug while playing the game. You can listen to my awful voice all you want, but not the face cam. I find it kind of funny how those things are green colored, because here's the weird thing. I always looked at Metroid Fusion as kind of being a Metroid 2 sequel, because the events of Metroid Fusion link back so well to the events in this game. Gotta avoid the lava. We're hunting Metroids, by the way. For people who haven't played Metroid 2, the whole point is that you're going to the home planet of... Why am I messing that up? What the heck? Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, screw that. Okay, anyway, this should be where the first boss fight is. The Alpha Metroid. Okay, turn on missiles. They've actually made these fights a little trickier than they were in the original. They were really easy in the original game. Keep going. Whoop. Alright. I don't have my charge beam yet, so can't rely on that. But yeah, there's nothing in that room now that I've seen it. Here's something cool. So, the lava all just went down. So that's interesting. So we've just been informed that every time we kill Metroids, that lava disappears for some reason. Oh, and here's the logbook. This thing's awesome. It's so cool. I might as well save. Saving takes like no time in this game. I love it. I have yet to play Return of Samus on or I don't know what they called the DS one, but I have yet to play the 3DS remake. I want to because it's the first official Metroid game to be out in a long time, and I heard it's not bad, so it'll be fun seeing what they did. I did notice that they put in a few more action-based elements, which is giving me some Other M vibes. I want to like Other M. That's the problem with Other M. I want to like it, but the story is what stops me from liking it, because I like the gameplay. I think the gameplay in that game is great. It's a great third-person action game. But it's not really a Metroid game, and the story is unskippable, which is the worst part of it. I could stand it if I could just skip the story. I bought it really cheap, too, because I wanted to give it the chance. I think it was like $4. Ugh. It has so much potential, but it just squanders it. I have no interest in trying Federation Force, not because I hate the way it looks or the idea of how it plays. I just don't find the idea of a co-op squad shooter type game interesting. I do look forward to seeing what happens with oh, what was it? Oh, the Metroid Prime 4 that was recently confirmed, I think? Oh, I don't have bombs yet, I can't bother with that. I don't even know if I'll remember that's there. I'm just... Look at the little fishies! Oh my gosh, that was like my favorite enemy sprite from any Metroid game, is just they have little fish. I know other people probably think it's just the weirdest thing to geek out about, but I've mentioned before on the channel that I am a huge nerd for aquatic creatures. I mean, I was practically obsessed with the Loch Ness Monster as a kid. That was a whole weekend of obsession unto itself. But let's keep going. Yeah. Oh, there's like little splashes when it goes in and out of the water. That's cool. I tell you, this fan game has gone above and beyond. No, we can't enter lava or acid or whatever that's supposed to be, obviously. I think it's lava. It makes sense. Oh, 4 Metroids in the area. There's no way I can pick that up right now. Ah, well. That's really all I need. Yeah, those things are in Metroid Fusion 2. That's what made me think of Metroid Fusion as a sequel, though. Metroid Fusion's enemies and everything are based off of SR388. So it makes sense for those to be, Oh, actually, there's something I want to show you since I'm here. One other really cool effect you can use here. Oh, the music changed. Anyway. You actually lock yourself in place, and you can do like a moonwalk. So it's awesome. It's really useful for when you just need to aim something, but still need to move. Anyway, so we want to go up first to the Golden Ruin. The only Golden Ruin in this remake, as far as I'm aware. Which is pretty cool, considering the Golden Ruin was not the best part. Well, I should say ruins. The Golden Ruins were not the best part of the original Metroid 2. They had the most annoying piece of music in the whole game. I have to say, I do quite dig the Metroid Prime style music. Because Metroid Prime has some amazing music. Metroid Prime is an amazing game. That's one I would love to play through, but I don't have a copy of it. And yeah. If any of you have looked at GameCube game prices recently, they are not the best thing in the world. Wii U games have started to come down in price, though. That's probably because nobody bought a Wii U. Which is bullcrap. It's actually not a bad system. It's just nobody wanted to support it, and it was a critical failure for Nintendo. Despite it being not a bad system. But really, the Switch is what the Wii U should have been. Alright. These birdie dudes. See what I mean about that moonwalk coming in handy? I love those particle effects when you blow them up. Okay, here we go. Alright, I was trying to shoot 5 missiles at it, I didn't mean to. Okay. Alright, we got some bombs. And now we have our first missile tank. Alright, there we go. Now we go up. Whoops. There we go. And now we get going to find our next power-up, which is a unique power-up that I don't think was in any other 2D Metroid game. Although it was in Metroid Prime. I wonder if they put... Yeah, the power-up I'm about to go get, I don't know if they put it in the remake either. It'd be cool if they did. Whatever the case is. I'll be completely honest, the reason I don't use the Wii U, not the Wii U, the shop, I'm failing for words, the Virtual Console shop on Nintendo is purely because I'm the sort of guy who likes to have physical copies of the games he owns. I have a physical copy of Pokemon Silver, for example, and I plan to repair the battery inside of it so I can, start playing it again. Alright. The next power-up we'll want... Oh, oops. The next power-up we want is down here. Ugh. Now we can just skip over all these guys, which is probably a better idea right now. And then we get the charge beam. Again, going back to Metroid Prime, they actually made it far more useful. You just gotta wait for an enemy to drop a power-up so you can see... Ah, here we go. You charge it, and it now draws in power-ups like Metroid Prime does. That's a very useful feature. I always thought that should have been in more games, and now it is. It gives your charge beam more functionality. Oops. I didn't notice there doesn't seem to be much of a half-charge shot in this version. The shot is either fully charged or not charged at all. Okay, so we'll go this way first because it gives us a couple of power-ups. If you look up there, for some reason, there's a power-up that we can't get to from here. Because you'll try shooting those blocks and they... Oh. Okay, I thought... Okay, I'll have to explain that in a second. Give me a second. So, you did not have that ability. Okay, this requires bombs. You did not have the, Yeah, I'm not going to bother doing that right now. It's easier when you get that. That is a special power-up that is really one of the things that makes Metroid 2 a unique entry in the series. I mean, Metroid 2 is a unique entry in the series. There's nothing else quite like it. Also, just gonna put this out there, I would say that, the best two Metroid games in the series, kind of the entire series, is, Metroid, Super Metroid, followed up by, Metroid Prime. Those are the two best. As for personal favorites, I really liked Fusion, actually. I don't care how much that game stopped you with its story. I was very much invested in that, and I might do an episode on that someday. I'm gonna have to buy the Wii U shop port, though, because I do not have anything to capture footage from a Game Boy Advance cartridge with. Which is a shame. Okay, that gray block we'll have to deal with by solving this quick puzzle over here. Now, earlier in the stage, I shot one of these. Here, you gotta light all three of them up. And some of them last a bit shorter than normal. So, let's see if I can hit all these. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. And now that's going to open up.